Dresden is remembering a storm of fire. It came near the end of the most savage war humanity had known, a total war in which the Nazis deliberately murdered millions of civilians. By 1945, the Allied imperative was to end that war quickly, and German civilians would pay a heavy price. On the 13th and 14th of February, RAF and then American bombers attacked Dresden. Nearly 4,000 tons of explosives and incendiary devices created a vast firestorm. An estimated 25,000 people were killed. Anita Jon and Nora Lang were childhood friends in the city. Nora's family survived, Anita's were killed.
Meine Eltern sind in diesem Keller erstickt.
My parents suffocated in the cellar, and out of the 14 people there, I was the only survivor.
Es war einfach unheimlich.
It was terrifying. At first I thought it was the end of the war, but when it didn't stop, I believed it was the end of the world.
Dass auf der Straße Trümmer, Trümmer, Trümmer waren.
On our streets, all I saw was rubble, 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 burned houses and people searching for loved ones. They had no belongings anymore, and the dead were everywhere.
Dresden was known to be crowded with refugees fleeing the Soviet advance from the east. There were also thousands of slave labourers and prisoners of war like Victor Gregg.
Women carrying their kids or anything like that didn't stand a chance. They was just wheeled straight up into the air. I've seen that. I've seen bodies burning in the air. I've seen people get stuck in rivers of tar which have melted, and they try to cross it and they get stuck. And their bodies get so hot that they explode. I've seen all that.
Dresden was one of Europe's most beautiful cities and a Nazi stronghold and military production centre. The main aim of the bombing was to aid the Soviet advance by creating chaos on the ground. The crews of Bomber Command felt the raids would help end the war against an evil enemy.
When we looked down, we could see the huge blazes down there, and we realised it was a big fire, but we didn't realise it was going to be as big as what happened eventually.
Did you ever feel guilty after the war about what had happened at Dresden?
No, not really. I think because we was very young and we lost so many boys ourselves.
The dead of Dresden are remembered here along with the victims of Nazi Germany. There's no moral equivalence between the war records of the Nazis and the Allies. But Dresden did show how democracies acting in a just cause could deliberately unleash devastation on civilians in pursuit of their war aims. It's that knowledge which gives the memory of Dresden its troubling power. Fergal Keane, BBC News, Dresden.